Good morning, humble warriors. I don't know about y'all. I'm very excited. It's a Friday Eve. Whoop, whoop. Okay. I'm Mary Beth. I'm with Humble Warrior Wellness and Yoga. We're celebrating National Yoga Awareness Month with Practice with Mary Beth. A few notes before we get started, just so you know, for anyone new joining us, this is my practice. This is a peek into my practice. And so, what you can expect is more descriptions of what I'm doing, probably a little less teaching language than what you're used to. The important thing is, because this is a peek into my practice, be sure to honor your body at all times. Okay? So if it doesn't feel good, stop doing it, do something else. And honestly, if you don't want to do what I'm doing, don't do it. Do something else. You're here with me. We'll flow together. It will all be good. Okay, so I don't know that I have a plan for today. I do. I have my normal go-tos. So we're gonna do the normal go-tos, right? And then we'll see where it takes us. So working on our mountain, always. Walking mountain, always. Add a little movement. We'll work our way into welcoming the sun. Then we'll do some standing poses, some balance poses. Then we'll end up on the mat. Of note, my savasanas, my rest period at the end, tend to be a little shorter when I am practicing alone. That is strategic in my case, as I am attempting to create momentum this early in the morning, not not necessarily bring myself to a close or bring the day to a close. So there will be a rest period, just probably not the same 10-minute to 15-minute savasana that you're used to in a class. All right, so let's get started in mountain pose. Anywhere on your mat, feet are hip distance apart, toes are spread as wide as you could get them. All four corners of the feet are grounding into the mat, so that our body is evenly distributed on the foot. Knees stacked over ankles, hips over knees, shoulders over hips. This may be a little difficult if you've just woken up. Do a little wiggle. Ears over shoulder. You may need to provide a little gentle fingertip push on the chin to get it there. Crown of the head reaching to the sky. Hips doing gentle micro movements to elongate the spine, whatever that means for you. Hands by the side. And breathe. Say good morning to that breath. And thank goodness we're breathing. As you're standing and breathing, pay attention to your stacked mountain and just notice if anything starts to collapse, and make little micro movements in order to bring it back to a stacked mountain. Stack your mountain one more time. Make sure it's nice and stacked. Take notice of the stacked mountain, what it feels like. Now, with the gaze open or closed, depends on you. I just don't want you looking down, right? Gaze ahead. We're going to move our mountain, right? So we're stacked. We're natural stacked. And just pay attention very slowly. Use the feet. Walk with your mountain. Keep it stacked. When you feel the edge of the mat, walk backwards. Use your brain in a different way. Use your senses. Feeling with the feet. Keeping the mountain stacked, which is hard for me. I have a switching problem. Back and forth, your own pace, paying attention to your body, but don't lose the breath. No pose is worth the breath. Whenever you find the end of your mat, we're going to continue to walk our mountain. Actually, let's stop here. Stand, mountain pose, stack the mountain. Just take 2 breaths. Good. Now turn to the side. We're going to do the same walked mountain, but we're gonna work our brain and our body in a little bit different way. So stack the mountain once you're to the side. You step out with one leg, bring the other one in. So you're just doing a side shuffle. Gaze forward. Use your feet to feel when you've met the end of the mat. Ooh, I wasn't feeling very well. I went past. That's okay. Keep the mountain stacked. Keep the breath. And come to a stop anywhere on your mat. Stacked mountain. Very gently alternate arms. So start with one arm up, the other one down, and gently swing them back and forth. Don't lose the mountain or the breath. Just alternate back and forth. breathing and waking the body up. And come to a pause. Notice your mountain. Notice your breath. And moving into a drum, just gently turn the body back and forth, letting the arms swing out to the side. Just a nice gentle drum saying, "Good morning, spine. How are you today? I would like to move a little bit." Eyes can be open or closed. Breath always. Bringing your drum back to mountain. Stacking it. Taking one big cleansing breath, let it out. Very good. All right. Y'all ready to welcome the mountain? Welcome the mountain. Welcome the sun. Very welcome the mountain. Good morning, sun. All right. Feet hip distance. Mountain stacked. Hands together in front of the heart. Inhale, fingertips to sky. Exhale, fold. Really bend those knees. Lots and lots. Rib cage rest on thighs. Take a minute here. Very slowly and gently, since this is our first one, hands come to the mat, bend your knees as much as you need to. Right foot back goes into a lunge. Take a minute here, set yourself up. Train tracks, not tightrope. And inhale, half lift for 3, 2, 1. Release into plank. And drop your knees, your chest, your chin, then the hips. And gentle inhale, baby cobra. And exhale, tuck the toes, hips up and back, downward dog. First one, so we're going to hang out here for a minute. Breathe. Weight is distributed among our fingertips. It is not in the wrist. Sit bones are to the sky or as much as possible, which means those knees have to be bent and the heels have to come up. Once those sit bones are to the sky, then you can play with dropping the heels and straightening the legs. But if you lose the sit bones to the sky, you've gone too far. Inhale, right toes to the sky, behind you. Exhale, right foot joins right thumb into a lunge. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, left foot joins right and fold. Palms together in front of the feet. Inhale, fingertips to sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breathe 2 times. Inhale, fingertips to sky. Exhale, fold. Bend those knees. Adding a little nugget. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Release that left foot back into a lunge. Inhale, half lift. And release into a plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, lift the gaze in the chest. And release. Tuck the toes. Up and back. Downward dog. Inhale, left toes to sky. Exhale, left foot joins left thumb in a lunge. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Or exhale, right foot joins left and fold. Palms together in front of feet. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Palms together in front of feet. Inhale, fingertips to sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Release the mountain. Make any adjustments that feel good. Maybe even take a sip of coffee. This beautiful coffee right here. Come back to the mountain. We're going to say good morning to the sun one more time. But maybe with a little bit more speed. Maybe. A little more connectedness. Flow. All right. Hands to heart center. Inhale, fingertips to sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right foot back into a lunge. Half lift. Exhale, release into plank. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release, tuck the toes. Hips up and back, downward dog. Sit bones to the sky. Right toes to the sky. Foot to thumb. Lunge. Half lift. Release. Left foot joins right and fold. Inhale, half lift. And fold. Palms together. Fingertips to sky. And release to chest. Other side, fingertips to sky. And fold. Half lift. Fold. Left foot back to lunge. Half lift. Release into plank. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, lift the gaze to the chest. And release. Tuck the toes. Hips up and back, down dog. Left toes to sky. Toes to thumb, foot to thumb. Lunge, half lift. Release. Right joins left. And fold. Palms to get actually pause. Let's widen those feet. A little bit wider than hip distance apart. This is one of our last forward folds, and I want to take a minute in it. All right. Don't lock out those knees, but keep your forward fold. If you need to support, feel free to have hands on mat or hands on block, whatever makes you happy. But play around with interlocking those arms and releasing. And breathing. Release the hands to the mat for your support. Heel toe till we find hip distance again. Palms together in front of the feet. Inhale, fingertips to sky. And release to heart center. And release into that mountain pose. Shake it out. Do what you need to do that feels good. Stacking the mountain. Moving into standing poses. Palms come together in front of the heart. Inhale, fingertips to sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Right foot back to a lunge. Inhale, half lift. Release into plank. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, gaze and chest lift. Release. Tuck the toes, up and back. Downward dog. Hands in the hands. Weight in the fingers. Sit bones to sky. Knees bent, heels up. Unless those sit bones are up. Inhale those left toes to the sky. Exhale, left toes to left hand. All right, a little bit different. Our right foot is going to go into 45-degree angle. Train tracks, not tightrope. Hips facing the front of the mat. Find a little depth in that front knee. Inhale, sit up and back into warrior one. Starting with the bottom of our warrior one. Toes spread. Four corners of the feet grounded. Feet are slightly pulling together. Find some depth in that front knee. Hips are facing the front of the mat or as much as feels good. Honor your own body's build. Sit back in that warrior one. Don't fall forward. Shoulders away from the ears. Gaze is forward. Fingertips to sky. And breathe. And release into warrior two. Heel arch alignment. Feet are perpendicular. Arms come to a T. We're going to build the same way. Toes spread wide. Four corners of the feet. Feet slightly pulling together. Find some depth in that front knee. Hips are now to the side of the room as much as feels good. Sit back in that warrior two. Think about stacking your mountain again, but from the hips up. Shoulders released from the ears. Gaze over the front arm. And breathe. Inhale, reverse. Drop that back arm, lift the front. And release, left elbow to left thigh. Right arm swings in front of the body. Open the chest and shoulders, almost like a flower opening. Gaze towards the ceiling or to the side wall. One long line from your right foot to your right hand. Push it. Be sure you're pushing out of that left shoulder. Don't let it collapse. Nice and active. And release. Right knee comes to the mat. Left knee is still bent. Hands to the hips. Drop the right hand. Again, think about your mountain here, right? Hips up should be, actually from the knee up, should be your stacked mountain. Inhale those right fingertips to sky. Exhale, right hand comes to left knee. Look behind you and breathe. Release into a plank. Knees, chest, chin. Gaze and chest lift. And release. Tuck the toes. Up and back. Downward dog. Weight is in our fingertips. Sit bones to the sky. Inhale, right toes to the sky. And right foot comes to right hand. Left foot 45-degree angle. Do all the things. Fingertips to sky, warrior one. Make all those little micro adjustments. Build your warrior one from the bottom up. Release into warrior two. Now you're on a tightrope. Make all the movements start from the bottom. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle, right elbow to right thigh. Open the chest and the gaze towards the ceiling or the side wall. And release. Left knee comes to the mat. Hands on hips. Left hand drops. Fingertips to sky. Hand to knee. Turn and look behind you. Release into plank. We're going to hold this plank for just a second. Breathe. Drop the knees, chest, chin. Inhale, lift the gaze in the chest. Release, tuck the toes. Up and back, downward dog. Inhale, right toes to sky. Exhale, right foot joins right hand for a lunge. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, left foot joins right and fold. Palms together in front of the feet. For an inhale, half lift. I struggle with this half lift. Exhale, release. Palms together in front of the feet. Inhale, fingertips to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Release into mountain. Take a moment before you adjust. Hold on to it. Stack the mountain. Stay in the moment. Breathe. And release. Shake it out. Adjust. Give the sweat a little slide with the shirt. And find that coffee. Moving into balance poses. My balance will look different from your balance. I have hearing loss, which can impact balance. Okay. Mountain pose, ground all four corners of the feet into the mat. Mountain is stacked. Find your focal point that is not going to move. It cannot be me. Shift the weight into your left foot. Bring the right foot up to the right hand. Bring the knees into alignment. You can stay here. If you want to, you can rotate that hand across the toes and on the inside of the foot. This will give a nice, gentle stretch to the shoulder. Option to stay here. Or you can lift that left hand and gently push into that right hand with your foot. You can explore this, whatever feels natural to you. Just try not to let that knee kick out. And breathe. Keep going. Keep breathing. Keep holding it. And release. Shake it out. Whatever you did on that left side, on that side, try to do on the other side, right? So feet are grounded. Weight goes into the right foot this time. Left foot will join the left hand. Option to stay there, or the hand can rotate across the toes to the inside of the foot, providing a gentle stretch to the shoulder. Then, if you would like, you can raise the right hand and start to push into that foot and explore what it feels like to balance there. But remember to breathe. No pose is worth the breath. At its core, yoga is breathing. And release. Shake it out. Take a minute here to show the top of your feet some love. You can tuck those toes under. You can play around with where the foot is underneath you, a little behind you, a little in front of you. Just play around with stretching out the top of the foot. Switch feet. And release. Bring the feet about the distance of the mat. Mountain is stacked. And drop the sit bones with a straight mountain all the way to the ground. If this is not accessible, you can add blocks or books or pillows. You can even do this on a table or a couch to give your booty some support. But find what feels good to your body, what serves your body. Sit bones are to the ground, chest and gaze are lifted, elbows to the inside of the knees, hands pushing against each other, giving those knees a slight push to expand. Try to sit up as much as possible and breathe. Explore with releasing the tension from specific points in your body. So as you breathe, you can think about it. Release tension from my hips. And just try to let it go in that area. And then explore how that shifts as you release tension from one area. Does it make you gain tension somewhere else? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. And release to the mat. Into tabletop position, shoulders over wrist, hips over knees. We found a little cat-cow here. So start with a neutral spine. And when you inhale, gently drop the belly, lift the gaze into cow. Don't collapse in the shoulders, active shoulders. Exhale, Halloween cat. Drop the gaze. Gaze comes to the belly button. Spine arches towards the ceiling for Halloween cat. Move at your own pace here. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And any organic movement here that feels good to you. Come back to a neutral spine. Bring the feet together. Send those knees out just a little bit. Walk the hands out long. Bring the sit bones to your heels for extended child's pose. A gentle push and pull on the body, head resting on the mat. And release. Use the nose to draw a line where it is. So draw a line on your mat, coming forward onto your belly. Bring the legs together. The arms are out in a T shape. And I'll just caution you, only go as deep as feels good here. If this is enough for you and your shoulders, stay here. If you need more, or if you want more, if it feels good, start to shift the weight of the body towards the left arm. Arm is still palm down on the floor. Gently rotate that right head up. You can bring that right foot behind you. Option for the hand to be in front of you on the mat or behind your back. release. Come back to the belly. Right arm goes out and shift your weight the other way. And release. Rolling onto the back. Bring the feet in line with the the sit bones. Palms come to the mat next to your hips. And very gently start to rotate. We're moving into a bridge pose, so start to rotate those hips to drop your spine to the ground, but then gently start to lift them towards the sky and hold and breathe. No pose is worth the breath. And release. One breath. Same movements. Start to peel the hips and the spine off the mat. Explore binding underneath you if that's what feels good to you. Keep pushing those hips to the ceiling and breathing. And release. Bring the knees to the chest. Give them a little rock, a little happy baby. Maybe you drop the knees to one side, then the other. Take what you need here. This is your moment. And release everything to the mat. Feet fall out wide. Palms towards the ceiling. Just try to let everything go. Letting the floor support you. Releasing the muscles, even in the face. Start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. You may even do the great stretch like you do in the mornings, reaching to both walls and gently roll onto your right side. Come to a seated position. Whatever seat feels good for you. While you're in the seated position, give a thought back to our mountain in the beginning. Stack the mountain from the hips up. Find your breath. And set your intention for the day going forward. What do you want to get out of today? Or what do you want to give today? Hands come to heart center. Thank you for practicing with me, and I hope you have a wonderful day, Humble Warriors.